Hey, yo, it's your boy MassV, man. San Diego's finest. I thought y'all knew that. And you gotta know, I be in the studio in real life, fool.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I can't talk right now. I'm in the studio.
MassV, how you doing, my boy?
What's up with you?
Where you said it a little bit, but tell them about where you from.
San Diego, California, man. Simple as that.
What part of San Diego? Because San Diego is kind of like LA, where they've got a bunch of different parts. There's North County. There's
Yeah. We got El Cajon. That's where I first went when I first arrived, and then Spring Valley as well. So yeah, I was born in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But before kindergarten, I was on my West Side shit. So. That's how nigga came to be a San Diegan. You feel me?
Got you. So you was born in Chicago, raised in San Diego.
Yeah, for sure.
Got you. What schools did you go to in San Diego?
I went to Ballantyne Elementary, which no longer exists. El Cajon Middle for 6th grade. Then I got arrested, and then I kicked out the school. And then I went to Palm Middle School, and then I went to Mount McGill High School.
Got you. Okay. All right. So how long have you been making music?
I was making music roughly, I want to say 27 years. 27
years. So you not new to this at all?
Nah, man. I'm an OG in the game. You feel me?
There you go. Okay.
For sure. I've been doing my thing.
So all 27 years, have you been doing the same type of thing in the industry? Have you kind of like tried different things, or?
Well, when you're in the industry, as long as a brother like myself, you're gonna go through different changes, especially if you want to survive in the industry. You're gonna go through the changes, the waves, which means you're gonna have to play all kind of different roles. So when I came in the game, I was with Digital Underground. So, you know, kind of like how Pop came in the game with Digital Underground, carrying bags, doing the Humpty dance on stage with them, you know what I mean? And maybe if the crowd just right, if everything flowing right, you're gonna get the rap. But, you know, that's how I started in the game. But obviously, as you stay in the game and keep elevating, you get to do other things, you know?
Got you, okay. So
some goodies in there, you know?
All right, so in them 27 years, can you recall what your first experience was like in the studio?
Yeah, but see, we gotta break this down to two different beginnings. Because when I very, very first started doing music, and it was like at the amateur level, we had found this guy named K-Will, me and my brother right here, Play B, 619, you know what I'm saying? Follow that man. But this guy K-Will, he had a studio, so we got with our parents, grandparents, and we got our money together for the studio time. And he told us Janet Jackson did it like this and all that, so we was hyped. Brother, we got there, it was a karaoke machine. I swear for God. And we really thought we was doing something. I made the beat right there. He had like a Triton. He had like some type of Casio or something, and I made the beat, played it all the way through. The whole beat, like crazy shit. Like it was just off beat, like it was crazy. Ridiculous. He told us that was how Janet Jackson did it. So that was that. But my first actual time in the real studios was Shock G, R.I.P. When I was discovered at 16, he was actually working on his first solo album. He ain't never made a solo album. It's always been Digital Underground projects. So Fear of a Mixed Planet was what the record was called. It was at Studio West, right here in San Diego, Rancho Bernardo, I believe so. Studio West, but it's a famous studio out here in San Diego, low key. I think they did a lot of classic rock albums there and whatnot. I don't know how he found that joint, but Shock was in Dago doing the record. His mom lives out here, you know what I mean? Shout out to Miss, you know what I mean, Miss Lady, but yeah. So being with that dude in the studio at 16 was pretty breathtaking to say the least, man. Dude was a big legend. They had so many different rooms in there. I just remember the rooms was crazy. Like you got room for choir, a band, pianos, whatever. But I just remember, man, it was just a super dope experience being in there with a legend. Me being just a little kid, trying to get my stuff off. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, those are my 2 first studio experiences.
Gotcha, yeah, rest in peace to Shock G, man.
For sure,
I've heard
legend.
from quite a few people that he was the person to put them on, especially out of San Diego.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so that was the first experience. Now, can you specifically remember any of like the worst experiences that you have? Because I know you've been doing this for a while, so you might have a couple.
Yeah, I do, but the main one that really sticks out in my head, well, so you gotta understand one thing. Once you've been an artist for so long, you understand what's the most important part of the recording process. Class, does anybody know the answer to that? What's the most important thing for artists? What do you need to have in that studio to make sure this thing goes the way you need it to go? Anybody? Who said engineer? I heard that. Engineer? Absolutely. You need an engineer, bro, that knows what they're doing, that's equipped, that's ready to handle whatever caliber artist you are. Because if not, it's going to be a mismatch right there, and it's going to be apparent, and it's going to throw everything off, and it's not going to work. So I say all this to say, I've been doing this for many years, as I've explained. Therefore, I'm at a certain level of expertise when I'm doing my thing in the booth. I expect a certain expertise to be outside of the booth working with me so we can together make magic. So on this one particular occasion, we happened to be shooting a movie scene at this studio in Hollywood, and I booked the time. I booked the engineer just in case, but I didn't think we was gonna need it because we were shooting a movie scene in there. That's really what I needed the room for. But I had the engineer on standby just in case. I'm still paying the lady. So there's it's one of our best. It's all good. I'm like, cool, everything's good. So we end up wrapping the movie early. So I'm like, let's redo one of our songs. So at the time, I was doing a lot of records out of my iPhone. Anybody knows those later iPhones, like from, I want to say, probably even 11 up, it's got superior sound recording and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to tap into those things if you're just experimenting as an artist. All right, so we booked this session. I tell the engineer, go ahead, come on in. Let's try to redo this song that I did in our iPhone. Me and my boy, Keon. So he's in the booth doing his thing, and she keeps like stopping the beat, stopping it. And I'm like, all right, just let him keep doing it, let him keep rocking. So then I go in there, yo, bro, she's like chopping my verses up, stopping my, you know what I mean? It was just like a weird time. I'm like, yo, lady, I'm like, keep coming out the booth, like, ma'am, are we recording? Like, what's up? What are you doing right now? She's like, I'm waiting on you. Like, impossible to be waiting on me. Man, I'm in the booth doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Where we at with it? So he goes back. It's like a back and forth song. So he goes back in. In the middle of her recording him, I literally go up and stop her. And it's a whole room full of people. I say, yo, hold on real quick. Consensus. I take the auxiliary cord. I play the one I did on my iPhone. Boom. It bangs. Then I say, play hers. Boom, boom, stop it. I said, now, can anybody in this room say that the one we're doing right now sounds better than this iPhone version? Not one hand was raised, including hers. I said, thank you very much. Paid her for her time, and we got out of there. So, long story short, boys and girls, if the sound person is not equipped to deal with what you're coming with as an artist, you're wasting your time. Just go ahead, just give the money to a homeless person or something. It'll do better in society.
And I think a point to kind of highlight is that you still did the professional thing. So you paid the person, you did your due diligence, right? Like
Absolutely.
You definitely made sure that you weren't getting what you needed, so you cut it.
Yeah.
You didn't pay for something you didn't want, you know?
Highly respect, like, we're not even gonna waste another second. Like, that's obviously asinine if the iPhone record sounded better than what we're doing currently.
Yeah,
God bless you. You have a good evening. Here's your funds. How much you're owed? Here you go. You know what I mean?
Well, and for any aspiring engineer out there, what's a tip that you could give them to not be in the position that engineer was that day?
Okay, for one, you just have to pay attention to the artist, because the artist is you're pretty much the worker for the artist. You're there to help them get what they need on wax. You know what I'm saying? So be more attentive to the artist. Be more alert, because if you're in there with like some of these big names that we might get into in this interview, if you're in there with some of these guys, you know, they're all fun and games on TV, but there's no game when it comes to what they do for a living. Like, they're professional, they don't play around with that. So if they have you in there engineering, like, they're razor sharp, like Ginsu sharp on you. Like, yo, what are we doing? Like, I seen these guys up there, he's wait 1 second, he's like, wow, like that's what we're doing? I said, I'm ready. Like, it's not a game. So that's why I kind of have that no nonsense when it comes to, this is my art, and you're here to do a job, you're paid to do a job. Do it. You know what I mean? You're here with some elite individuals. You got to play your part. You got to be a leader of what you do. And that's what makes a team great. Everybody be trying to play different positions. No, do what you do great. Do what you do elite. We do it together. Now we're the elite.
Absolutely. Everybody being able to play at that high level to the same extent is definitely, I think, a very, very underutilized tip that people kind of just pass over. It's like, no, you need to know your program in and out, your hotkeys, like whatever's going to facilitate that situation more quickly, more effectively, because sometimes you only get one chance, and if you fuck that one up, you're going to have a hell of a time getting the next one.
Right. This is facts.
All right.
This is big facts.
It's good stuff. Okay, so do you have a favorite studio that you like to work out of?
Of course, man. Since I was a kid, living in LA, 'cause I moved to LA when I was 16, I believe. And everybody used to always tell me about Record One. It's just so classic, legendary. Dre works there, it's Aftermath Studio, and they did so many classics there. And, you know, and I'm like, I had to figure out where it was, and I found out where it was. I used to go over there, and when I first seen it, they tricked me because they make it just look like it's nothing on the outside. It just looks like an abandoned building, old, stinky, abandoned warehouse building. Like, oh, what? What's that? So you go around back, though, you see they got the high tech, you know what I mean? The gate, the cameras. He's like, no, they tricked me. You guys are over here. So I used to go over there, kind of like poke around, sneak around, see if I could see anybody through the gate or whatever. But Record One, man, it's a legendary spot. When I finally made it in there, this guy y'all might have heard of by the name of The Doctor. And I was a young kid working at his gym, and I was just trying to write raps for him. That's all I really wanted to do, and produce some records. And you know, he let me go down to Record One. My first time ever going in there. They opened the gate for me. I had to press a button. They opened the gate. My heart beating through my chest. I'm like, dang, they opened the gate for me. So I go in there, see my engineer. He lets me pick through all these beats, man. I had my own studio. They put me in Studio B. I'm just like in a euphoric place, because like I've dreamed about this place. You know what I mean? Like this, being in this building, and now I'm in here and got access to this building. So anytime I get to record at Record One, man, it's a blessing, trust me. You know what I mean? We're gonna be in there too. Mark my words.
For sure, for sure. Is there any honorable mentions, any other spots in LA that are notable?
Of course, Chalice. Chalice is where the game did, what's the record called? Oh, Drillmatic, Heart vs. Mind, his last record. We worked out of there.
Yeah, Chalice is solid.
Hit Boy has a lab in there. I think that's like his permanent spot. The Diddler, he, you know what I mean? He be down by that way. It'd be crazy, you know what I mean?
You an
Callous,
asshole.
baby.
You an asshole for that. I'm dead. All right. So you kind of mentioned one. I'm curious to see if you have any other ones. Is there any like life-changing moments that you've had in the studio that to you completely shifted how you maybe thought about the world or thought about music making?
Of course, bro. I'm sitting in a chair, and I just paint this picture for yourself. You sit in a chair in the studio. You look to your right, your immediate right, Dr. Dre. You can put your hand on his shoulder. To his immediate right, he can put his hand on his shoulder, DLC. To his immediate right, he can put his hand on Snoop's shoulder. Snoop could turn around, put his hand on Busta Rhymes' shoulder. Busta Rhymes can put his hand on Spliff Star's shoulder. Spliff Star can turn around and put his hand back on my shoulder. Imagine that. Nobody's putting nobody's hand on nobody's shoulders. I'm just saying.
It's a very touchy-feely room.
This is how in close proximity. That was probably, hey, I gotta say no diddy to that, bro. That was probably too many. We gotta make it. Hands on shoulders.
We gotta make it known that there is in fact no diddy.
There is no diddy involved in this room at this time. But no, that's just how in close proximity. You know what I mean? I am to these legends. We're having this moment in there. You know what I'm saying? And some topics was talked about. It was, you know what I mean, kind of like controversial, and it was kind of like God, and like it was crazy ass room to be in at that time. You hear me and smell me?
So legendary room, that's for
yeah. No, the room was legendary, but even deeper. You hear what I said? They was talking about God, and they were like, because it was a line we was debating. I'm like, yo, is this too far? Like challenging God, you feel me? It was crazy, bro. Like the convo, it was nuts. And niggas was in there, bro. If I could go any deeper into it, niggas would be like, hold up, what? And it's shit like that I be forgetting about, because you know what I'm saying? We in there with the niggas we grew up with, like legends and shit. So it's like, nigga, what, huh? In the moment, you like, huh? What are we talking, what? And I'm interjecting, you know, my regular energy, just, this is how I would naturally react to these type conversations, and this is how I would interject into it. But like I said, you in there with your legends and whatnot, so it's overshadowed by, I was in there with the legends today. That's the headline. Not, nigga, and we talked about, nigga, would niggas go against God, or, you know what I'm saying? Craziness. But, gang crazy, y'all. Believe that.
Super, super crazy.
Yes, sir.
And in Hollywood, you never know what you're getting yourself into, huh?
No, sir. No, you do not.
All right. So, how about some goals that you have in music? Is there anything that you're looking to accomplish in the near future, far away future?
I'm looking forward to tours, man. I really want to feel like in my next chapter of my career, I'm ready to hit the tour circuit, just touch the fans, man. I had the blessing to be on stages my whole entire career. I've never not been on stage, and that's been a blessing. My very first time being on stage was freshman year, high school. I performed for my whole freshman class at the homecoming assembly during school. Whole entire school was there. They booed the shit out of me when I first came out. I was on my own production and my own raps. This is the same time Lil Bow Wow just became hot, and me and him was like the same age. Shout out my nigga Shaq. That's my dog. But yeah, man, I was on my own out there. All my homies left me, and I turned the crowd around. You hear me? And throughout my whole high school existence, everybody came up to me like one by one at some point in time, like, bro, was you that one who was rapping? Bro, you killed that. Much love. You booed though at first, but much love to you now. You understand. You feel me? So I've been on stage this whole time, bro. And then of course I got with Digital Underground at 16. They took me on tour immediately. And I mean, my first show with them in LA was Summer Jam 2003. And I feel like it was
That's a big one.
Yeah, it was back when Steve Harvey was still out here. And Ashanti was there. I met Lisa Ray, E40, Derek Fisher, Gary Payton. Remember, I'm 16 years old, just running around like, what? You know what I'm saying? I understand like that quick. You know what I'm saying? You can just be right here with all the elite people that you grew up with. You know
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So you looking to get into that energy again? Be like.
I mean, I never left that energy. I was just giving an example, but I never left that energy. Like that energy has just been here since I came into the game.
Yeah,
since I told you, freshman year, like this shit just happens to me. I just find myself with a mic in my hand and a whole bunch of people cheering me. You know what I'm saying? It's just been happening my whole life, bro.
Any city specifically you want to go to?
Oh man. Where do I want to go?
Or countries?
I've really been a lot of places, like United States wise. I've lived a lot of places, but I'm ready to go overseas, bro. Them shows is looking crazy. Them women looking crazy. Like, yo, it's looking crazy. Yo. Like, it's crazy. What's going on? Overseas, y'all ready for me? Talk to me, man. Put in the comments if y'all want to see it, you know what I mean, what country y'all need me at, man. We'll come rock that thing. Me and my crew, come do what it do, man.
There you go. How about any upcoming projects or anything? You looking to drop anything soon?
So look, man, I got some surprises coming, man. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because, you know, as an artist, I could feel a way any day, and you know what I mean? Just get crazy and just drop something out of nowhere that I didn't even know I was gonna drop. But as of right now, I'm looking at 2 different projects, 2 different genres, hint, hint. All my people really want me to drop them on the same day. I'm not sure. We're gonna brainstorm. I got my man Joe now, so we're gonna come together as a squad, sit down, brainstorm what would be the best plan of attack. But I got some really nice things. I'm excited to get into the forefront of the game, you feel me?
Sure. Absolutely. A good rollout is necessary for any project success, right?
Absolutely, or it never happened.
Or it never fucking happened. All right, any shout outs you want to give? Anybody you want to say thank you to?
Of course, bro. I want to say off top, you know what I mean? Rest in paradise to my brother, Robert Sophyne West.
Rest in peace, Sophyne.
A pillar of the community, man. He was a member of our group, THC. He's a member of Pack Gang, father, son, husband.
Dot connector. Actor,
yeah. Philanthropist. Like, this guy was the real deal, y'all. And, you know, he connected me and my bro. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep the legacy rolling, because one thing he stood on was keeping this shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we got to do, keep this shit rolling, nigga. Ain't no thing to keep this shit rolling. That's all he was on. Like, bro, we ain't gonna slow it. Keep it rolling, bro. That was his energy, so we're gonna keep that same energy. You feel me? Big West Side on my massive. You already know, man. In the studio with mine. Please tap in with us. TAC. I'm out.